So, Rings of Power Season 2 was a massive failure. So, remember when all these people were saying, oh my god, Rings of Power was so successful? I think the only reason Season 1 was so successful was simply because people were excited to see a War of the Rings TV. So, but as the show went on, people started not to like it. It was a show that people didn't like all too much. But look at the Acolyte. People were, the media tried to silence us, literally. Tried to get YouTube to silence us. Yes. They were, and YouTube basically said, no, we're not doing this. We are not banning you people for simply disliking the TV. So I'm glad that YouTube finally, had a pair of balls and stood up to these mainstream media. Okay. Of course, the battle is not over yet, obviously, but simply disliking the social will not get you banned off of YouTube. Okay, it's that's ridiculous that they wanted people banned off of YouTube over not liking a TV show. Here, but the Acolyte, which no one liked, had the worst rating of any Star Wars show, and they're still calling us toxic fans. The series been good enough to drag fake viewership. There was a little bit survived regardless of the toxic fans. The deeper the show, the more likely the survival remains, as that's why its deep reality shows are so popular as well. But it's very bad news for War of the Rings, Rings of Power. According to Samba TV, which has a massive decline in viewership from season 1 to season 2. Yes, season 1 and season 2, absolutely. 1.8 million watched the first episode of season 1, but only 902,000 people tuning in for the first episode of its 4 days of streaming debut. Part of this because he talked up to Amazon's marketing budget before season 1. Every package he received had Rings of Power branding. Amazon pushed hard on the marketing for season 1 and scaled drastically for season 2. Biggest is typically bad television, only take it as the source material is a disastrous way. But yeah, basically a lot of people do not like this show, obviously. But of course, the show calls toxic fans for not liking us. We're evil, we're horrible people because we don't like a TV show. Like, this is just ridiculous. Calling people toxic because they don't like a TV show or a movie is ridiculous. If a movie flops and fails, doesn't mean people need to be banned off of online and need to be banned off of YouTube. That's not how it should work. If people have an opinion, they say, well, to be speak it. It's called freedom of speech. It's the First Amendment. But so previously, but it's very bad news. Season 3 will probably not happen. However, will not be good to 4 or 5 seasons. Promise. If I was Jeff Bezos, I'd be looking for new showrunners and new writers at this point. Always takes his awards away bizarre decisions here will make a narrative come back as possible. Again, they sort of made a War of the Rings, so actually War of the Rings. Of course, I have not seen the show, and I don't ever plan on seeing this, but yeah. Tolkien experts said that this is a really horrible, show, and it's a horrible adaptation of the show. And of course, I don't want to trust one parents or critics are all unanimous praising this, show's praising, but audiences are not sticking on like Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones did pretty well, obviously. Yeah, but 47% of people who saw Proceeding as well even finished the first season, though what are so few people watched the second season as well. Yeah. So Rings of Power is doing very, very poorly. No one really cares all too much about it. Yeah. And yeah, over 2.1 million views as well. Compared to season 1, well, wanted 8.9 million views as well. So it's still way lower than it is here. And of course, the views it's global, not just the United States. But even Ruminate said this show is doing way worse than season 1. Okay. Yeah. It's doing still way worse than season 1. It's far less than half. But House of the Dragon also started to decline from the second season to season 1. But again, Rings of Power had 2.7 million views compared to 8.9. That's a way huge decline. Okay. Huge decline from the first season. Okay. And yes, it's expected in the second season that so does worse because a lot of people only watched the first few episodes and just didn't care all too much. But yeah, Rings of Power looks like to be a massive, huge failure. And it's unlikely we're going to get a season 3 of Rings of Power. Considering the fact that Game of Thrones consistently had, consistent viewership every season, or even House of the Dragon, which is another Game of Thrones show, This is very bad news for Rings of Power, 100%. Goodbye.